4, 3, 2, 1. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Are you going first or am I going
first? I
first?
guess neither one of us are going first.
And I'm Steve. This is PnS. Waste your time.
PnS Waste Your Time. And this episode is not sponsored by... Do you know who it's not sponsored by?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Are you eating, Steve?
No.
No? No. It sounds like your mouth is full. I mean, it's not a big deal,
liar.
but...
That's what you're calling me.
Oh, okay. All right. No big deal.
I've been on a lot of podcasts, but I've never been blamed for eating.
Okay. I mean that is true. We are quite prolific podcasters. I'm sorry to have done that. And that wasn't like a drink you were opening, was it?
No.
Okay. And this episode's theme is doubling down. In the same way that KFC doubles down on chicken, bacon, and cheese in a manner that's an affront to God and humanity. In the same way that we double down when you play blackjack.
Is there a difference between poker and blackjack?
Oh, absolutely. One is played with cards. And the other, I don't know a lot about poker.
What's on the menu today?
So I wanted to start off by saying we're not sponsored by Dave's Killer Bread. Dave's Killer Bread is a bread that we eat a little bit of, but not a lot of. It's at Costco. It happens to be a pretty decent bread. They also have what are called Power Thins, Steve.
Is that the one with the dude flexing on the front?
Exactly. And you know what?
Okay.
You know what lined up in my mind? Once upon a time, my brother told me Dave from Dave's Killer Bread was a murderer. And in my mind, I connected the dots. I said, this guy's up on his package. He's big. He's strong. He's got killer bread. He must be a murderer. It was completely false. Dave is just, like a guy. Just a big guy.
Whoops.
So sorry, Dave's Killer Bread.
He's not the Zodiac Killer?
No, I don't think so. I think that was debunked. That's Ted Cruz. The pictures.
Is there a name based on that? Like why it is called the Killer Bread?
I have to think it's, in the way like people back in the day sort of like, oh, that's killer, man. Cool killer and stuff. But I thought he was an actual killer, like a literal killer.
Be a good front.
Yeah.
Hide in plain sight. It began in 2005 at Portland Farmers Market when Dave Dahl and his nephew brought some loaves of bread to sell. They knew they had something. You're right. Just vernacular. They had something killer and unique, but little did they know how much these products would shake up the bread aisle.
What happens when Dave actually kills somebody? Are they still going to call it killer bread?
He did go to jail.
He actually went. Wait, hold on.
Dave from Dave's Killer Bread went to jail.
What did he do?
He spent 15 years in prison for multiple offenses, including drug distribution, burglary, armed robbery, and assault.
That's no big deal. He's not a killer.
So remember, everybody, when you buy Dave's Killer Bread, you're...
Hold on. I don't want to get sued. It's episode... It's provisional episode 1, all right? Dave's Killer Bread is fantastic. Dave, whatever...
Look, this isn't like... This isn't some, Wikipedia page. This is Google.
This is Google?
This isn't ChatGPT facts. Yeah, Google told me this.
I see. Well, Dave, thanks for making your killer bread and going full double down. Double downing on bread and crimes, I suppose.
Oh, I'm learning a lot right now. So, do you know that Dave's Killer Bread doesn't mold?
It doesn't mold? Why?
Because there's organic dried cane syrup and organic cultured wheat are natural ways to help to keep our bread from... It's not natural if you add syrup to it.
Isn't that... Wait, is that what McDonald's does? Because they're kind of notorious for their shit doesn't go bad, even after a long, long time. Is it the same sort of thing?
Like a Twinkie, yeah.
Because that's not looked on very positively, right? Like, it seems unnatural the shit wouldn't
Why do McDonald's buns not mold? Let's see what they say. No, theirs comes to water activity.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, the way this is written is like a person talking. So, because it all comes down to water activity. C, a McDonald's hamburger is small and thin, giving it a very high ratio of surface area to volume. It is cooked well. This has nothing to do with the bun. What does it mean if food doesn't mold?
Google has never lied, so that has to be the real info.
It all seems to be based on moisture. So if it's not moist enough, it's not going to mold.
So Dave doesn't drive out moisture. He just includes a particular syrup And that means it doesn't mold.
That's what it says.
I don't know, man. It kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, I've eaten Dave's Killer Bread, but it gives me the heebie-jeebies if food doesn't rot, because that's what food's supposed to do. It is the natural order of things.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? And this is on their website, by the way. This isn't some whistleblower. This is on Dave's website. It says
Dave himself.
Yeah, the organic. I mean, just because it's organic, but it's cane syrup. There's nothing. You're not squeezing the cane; it becomes syrup. You're not milking it.
Right. So I mean, it's natural, and it inhibits mold. See, I didn't know that, but I'm still firmly in the camp that bread should mold. So, Dave, if you could make some bread for us that actually molds, I would be happy.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah, get on that, Dave. Double down on your bread.
He's a weird looking dude.
He's a muscly dude. I mean, I haven't seen a real picture. It's just whatever's on the package.
Oh, you know what? It talks about his time in jail on the website too. But he's real open about it.
Yeah, I mean, real talk. We can make jokes about it, but
everybody makes mistakes, and then you gotta go make that bread.
Yeah, and then you gotta make that bread literally. I mean, the fact of the matter is, once upon a time, you get arrested for drug distribution, it just comes packaged with a lot of shit, because that's what the system kind of did, right? So
they kind of take you down. Well, depending on your skin tone, but we won't get into that.
We don't want to talk about.
Did he invent the bread in jail? Like,
is it jail bread? Wait, hold on a second.
Is it like the?
There's so many questions now, because it moved past the point that Dave may not be a killer. I think we're okay with Dave not being a killer.
Right?
Right. Did he make it in a bathtub, like in prison?
Where do you find the culture for that? The original bread culture.
Well, because that would be pretty handy, right? Non-molding bread in jail. Because you're already going to have sort of limited food options.
That's even more gross.
But let me just break it down real quick. Baking is kind of gross, anyways, right? Like even brewing bread, which kind of follows the same process. You got to get a specific type of gross bacteria. I don't want to say that. The science people are going to send us emails. You got to get a particular gross kind of monocellular organism to show up and eat your shit. And that just turns it into something beneficial. It works the same way baking and brewing. So, yeah, it's gross, but is it any less gross to be baking in jail specifically, in a bathtub in jail? Because I'm whatever about it. That just seems like a great way to get yeast. There's probably quite the population circulating in our prisons.
So, I found they have, when you're trying to work at Dave's, they got this thing where they talk about their values. Uh-huh. And this is like, this is impressive. So first, to work there, you have to have courage.
Okay.
You have to bake your bread boldly. Right. And they rise, get it to every challenge, and we are not afraid to go a different way.
Hold on.
Our way.
That's legit?
Yeah.
Bake and
the
rise.
next one is they need to have tenacity. We don't compromise. We don't settle. We don't give up until we have killed it in everything we do. From the best quality ingredients to the healthiest, tasty, most nutritious products that delight our customers, we believe we can always do better. Next one, humanity. We believe everyone is capable of greatness and sometimes needs a helping hand. What does that have to do with bread? Partnership. We can't succeed alone. From our production floors to our retailers to our manufacturing partners, everything we do starts and ends with our partners. That's a shitty sentence. Advocacy. Oh, excuse me. We actively stand up and speak up.
Just real quick. Why are you burping so much, man?
What are you talking about?
I mean, you burped twice.
It's a normal human process.
Sure it is.
It's a normal thing.
But 6 minutes ago you did it. I didn't say anything. But that's the second one. I mean, are you drinking a Coke?
What do you want me to do about that? I'm not drinking a soda during a podcast. What's wrong with you?
Well, I mean, okay. I believe you. I trust you, obviously, Steve. But you can be honest with me. If you got a Coke or something, it's okay.
No.
Okay. All right. That's fine. I'm sorry for interrupting.
All right. So work life at Dave's Killer Bread. They got this on too. They're bakers on a mission. Okay. They got competitive pay. Everybody says that. Advancement opportunities, a second chance for individuals with criminal backgrounds. Hey, look at him paying it forward. Now, here's the most important part, and I know all of our listeners, all 10 of you are interested in this. Free bread.
Free bread. Where do you get this free bread?
Yeah, I guess you get it. That's a good question. They give you the stuff.
I certainly pay for the shit.
Never old.
It's not something I'm getting for free. Not that I necessarily need it, but if that's one of your core tenets, where's my free bread?
Yeah.
So kind of a mixed bag here, because you definitely don't want to judge Dave himself by his criminal past, but those tenants are fucking awful, man. Like those bread tenants. Oh, yeah. And specifically that you would loop in the idea of like, like killer bake rise. It's so campy, man.
It seems like he's really trying to rise to the right level.
Those tenants seem a little half-baked. A little underproven. A little
But you know what? On the real side, it's good for him. He came out of jail, he made something of himself. I now see him everywhere.
This shit is everywhere, isn't it?
He's kind of like the Joe Exotic of the bread world, if you think about it.
How so?
Well,
didn't they take the Tigers away from that guy?
Oh yeah, but he's running for president.
Well, I mean it doesn't. I could run for. I'm running for president now too. That's all it takes, right there. Yeah.
This is our campaign speech. That's actually what this whole podcast is about.
It's our campaign speech, exactly. We're gonna get elected on the back of a podcast because the bar is that low.
PnS run for president.
PnS run for president 2020. I don't think we'll make it this year. We're gonna have to do the next election cycle.
What would you run under?
What do you mean? It's a party?
Yeah, like so 2028. We're gonna have to make our own parties. We
don't really fit into the other parties, so we're gonna have to make our own party. It'll be the PnS party.
So what do we run under? Like, what's like our main goals?
I think we should shack up with Dave's Killer Bread. Free bread for all. Rise to the occasion.
Let's alienate every viewer and listener we have now by just saying all of our ideals, all of our opinions, and just make them as controversial as possible.
I think that's the most honest campaign anyone run because they don't wait until after they're elected to tell you that they're liars. We'll tell you right now that we're liars.
No.
Listen, America, I can't deliver on anything I'm about to say, but if you elect us as president and vice president, wait, hold on. Who's vice president? Who's president?
I think we change the rules and we become
co-presidents.
Buddy presidents.
Buddy prezes. Mm-hmm. Okay, buddy prez. If you elect me and Steven as buddy prez, we're going to make taxes lower and America great, but, maybe only kind of great because, I don't want to overpromise. And people will look to us and everyone will have jobs and free bread from Dave's Killer Bread.
From Dave's Killer Bread, sponsoring our presidential campaign.
My name is Pete from PnS Waste Your Time, and I approve this message.
And my name is Steve. Spicy.
Yeah. I thought I heard a bag right there, and now that you said spicy too, I really don't want to press the issue. All right, if it's making me uncomfortable, I'm sure it's making you. The campaign.
Spicy is the adjective I would use.
I misunderstood because I thought maybe you were having some spicy food. I thought you like chicken wings. And I know that is about you, so I don't want to assume, Steve, but you got to help me out a little bit.
I wouldn't do that.
Are you sure? Are you?
Yeah. I think it's time for some current events. I like that a lot better than my dope. Why do mine sound so weird?
Daddy.
Oh. But that'd be an okay intro. Wait, well let's try them out real quick, okay? So I'll have you intro me because it seems wrong for me to intro me. You go, and here's Pete with Peter Events, and then you play yours.
Here's Pete with Peter Events.
You sound naughty.
That work?
So let's try one of mine.
I'm indifferent to it.
Let's try one of mine real quick. You
all right, am I doing the same intro?
Give me the same. Give me an intro. Okay. Mix it up a little bit, maybe.
All right, here's Pete with his venting. Man, my nose is runny.
Why? You feeling sick?
No, allergies.
Oh, okay. You know how sometimes you eat spicy food and...
Oh, it's time.
What's that?
So I got some conspiracy stuff that came to me this week. I went to I got a nail in my tire earlier this week in my car.
That sucks.
And oh yeah,
did it flat tire? Or did it flatten out, or was it just like slow leak?
That's not a big deal. But I go there, slow leak, so it was an easy fix, free fix.
Sure.
Tires.
Yeah, just patch it up.
Go team.
Yeah.
And as I'm in there, they do the whole spiel of like, hey, your tires are really bald. You're probably going to spin out and die. You need to buy tires today. And I'm like, I don't really want to. And it got me thinking, you look at all these old sci-fi shows, right? Mm-hmm. And we were supposed to have hover cars by 2000.
Right. And then we wouldn't have to pay for tires. Right? It's a great idea.
So I'm wondering, is Big Tire behind us not having hover cars? Because $700 is a lot for fucking 3 tires. And that's cheap. That's not even like the high-end stuff. That's just like, yeah, I guess you could buy these, but if you're, if you want to actually live, buy these nice ones.
Wow.
And so I'm thinking, it must be Big Tire keeping the hovercraft company down.
I've never really thought about it before, but you're goddamn right.
Yeah.
So
So
let's rewind a
there was
little
that.
bit because it wasn't that long ago that they were talking about flying cars. There was a guy down in Texas,
that,
I
yeah.
think, and they were expensive. They weren't like jumbo jet expensive, but they were expensive. But they were flying cars, and I gotta wonder because the only reasonable explanation for why we now don't have flying cars is big tire and big gas. Play the song.
Well, here's what I know.
Play the sound. The only reason we don't have the only
tire.
reason we don't have tires, or the only reason we don't have hovercrafts. Big tire.
Sorry, it's not a very long clip.
No. How do we Alex
I
Jones
agree.
that? Do we have to yell really loud? We have to be like, big tires making a mockery of hovercraft.
I think you just have to say, big tires are turning the frogs.
They're turning the
gay."
frogs gay.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like electric cars and stuff failed because of big oil.
Right.
So why
That
wouldn't
is
hover
true.
cars fail?
You know what?
Oh,
Yeah, that's totally true.
I mean, using conservative rhetoric, it
You
makes
know,
sense.
It makes total sense. And in fact, based on conservative logic, it must also be true. Big tire is actively killing the hovercraft.
I did just find a hover motorcycle. Actually, it's going to be on sale for consumers pretty soon.
Oh no,
Right.
that's our whole theory.
I know. Yeah, but it's not even affordable. It's $777,000.
Let's just flip the script real quick. Why are hovercraft cars so expensive? Play the sound effect.
Big tire.
Big tire.
Oh, fuck.
Hovercraft. Keeping it down.
Big tires. Yeah. So
Well, I definitely don't want to pay $400,000 for my hovercraft, Steve. And Big Tire's got to get on that.
yeah, big tires. Shame on you, big tire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna buy tires this week.
I have ongoing beef with contractors in the greater Seattle area. You want to know why? Contractors, like construction contractors. I was driving home, pre-pandemic, and I kind of I would take some side streets, not fully on the freeway, which in the greater Seattle area is actually pretty decent. You'll save time beating the traffic, but you're also, like, there's enough decent side roads you can go off of. I drove over an Allen wrench that was just at a stoplight. And it was one of those types of Allen wrench sets where it's like there were like multiple, like in a folding out Swiss watch style kind of thing. Swiss pocket knife, not a Swiss watch, Swiss pocket knife kind of thing. It punctured my tire. It instantly went flat. And when I pulled it out, I said, how the fuck does this happen? And the only way that happens, construction contractors. As of yet, my argument with these guys is not yet solved. I wrote a letter to a big manager of construction.
Did you really?
No, I didn't. It was all a lie.
Oh. Also, side note, there was somebody. I think someone's been in my car.
Well, I mean you, right? You mean like you drive your car?
Other than me.
Other than you?
Well, other than me.
Well, I mean, does anyone else use your car?
Not that I know. Well, not that I know of, but it felt like there was.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning here. You allege someone's been in your car. Nobody else uses your car. Who else would it have been? Where
like someone's been there.
Where is it parked? Like when? Why do you suspect this is happening?
It smelled like burritos in my car.
Did you eat burritos?
That's not the point.
Well, okay. What sort of burrito? What sort of burrito did it smell like?
Spicy chicken burrito, no chorizo, no French fries.
Wow. So when
Yeah.
when did you detect this smell? Is it recent?
It was right after D&D.
Okay. So
here's how I went to the tire place. We talked about that earlier.
Right.
Sorry.
But
Man.
you all right?
Sorry, I just got to swallow real quick.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
What the? It's no.
Anyways, went to the tire place. Got the tire. Then I went to Los Primos, got a burrito.
Okay.
Then I went to D&D, played D&D, got in my car. Smelled like a burrito. Not very happy. So I'm pretty sure somebody was in my car
Shit. Well,
with a burrito.
but you said you got a burrito before D&D. Yeah.
Well, yeah, before D&D.
Well, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't eat during the D&D session like you wouldn't eat during a podcast, would you?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. So, car smells like a burrito after what must have been, at least.
Are you? I feel like you're dodging something. Are you accusing me of something?
I've been working really hard on trying
Go
to
ahead.
like get rid of my microaggressions.
Go ahead. No,
you know?
go ahead.
I've been working.
Go ahead. No, I can feel the anger, and it's really upsetting me. I'm ready for
Steve,
it.
I know you're eating.
Just tell me what's wrong.
I know
wanna
you've
fix
been
it.
eating this entire time.
What makes you?
I know
am
it.
not eating. I would not do that.
I know it.
This is our first time back in a long time. I am not eating. I wasn't eating here.
Steve, look at me.
I'll turn my camera on right now and tell you I'm not eating.
Okay, go right ahead. Show me.
All right.
Show
right.
me. Show me yourself. Prove to me
All right, give me
you're
a sec.
not
Turn
eating.
on camera.
Okay. All right.
All right. I don't know why the camera's not working.
How convenient. Let's just cut to the
Oh, you know
chase
why?
here.
It's not plugged in.
Oh, okay.
It's not plugged in.
Okay. It's not. The camera's not plugged in. The camera that proves your innocence is suddenly not plugged in. This is sounding like.
Okay.
Are you at
I can plug it
Mar-a-Lago
in.
right now? Is this some interesting tactic to delay true fact finding and
I
judgment?
found the plug.
Okay. You found the plug.
My lawyers have quit.
Okay.
Found the plug. I'm plugging it in.
I think it's honestly more
And
suspicious
I'm
that
not
your camera
eating. I
was
can't
not
eat
plugged
'cause
in.
I don't have any
Thing
food.
is, your cam girl career totally depends on that camera.
Is it still not on? You can see.
You know what the best
Yeah,
part
I'm on there.
of you trying to share your camera and it not working is your Pokemon avatar on Discord is showing up full screen. It is almost like it's taunting me.
Can I be honest with you? I have no idea why the camera won't work. I think it's a user error. But just know that I would not lie to you.
Steven.
Pete, I got something to tell you. I am eating.
I think it's probably better that that we just call it a day.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm a little. I can't get over that you've
There
been
we go.
eating this whole time and lying to me. You've been doubling down on your bullshit every single
It's
time.
5 o'clock.
You're literally there eating.
You
eating
called me-
I know it's 5 o'clock, Steven. I know it.
It's 5 o'clock on a Saturday. Regular crowd shuffling in. I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have this. I haven't even been burping in the mic or anything.
Except for like those 2 or 3 times. I mean, okay.
And I'm Steve.
And this has been PnS.
PnS,
Waste your time.
Waste your time. Have a great night, everybody.
great night.
Or day. Or morning, wherever you are.
Wherever you are right now.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Bye.
Bye.
PNS Waste Your Time is a production of Pete and Steve. All characters and events in the show are entirely fictional, and any resemblance to any real people are entirely coincidental.
Thanks for listening.